Good morning. Birds. Yeah, is that where my hotel room is? You know what? Enjoy the movie for a bit. I'm gonna go wash my glasses. The creaking of my desk. Terrible. Pew, pew, pew. Greek. The cat is doing a great job of not biting him. I'm biting me. Him? There's no one else here, I swear. What am I doing? I'm doing question marks. But no, seriously, where did I leave off? Abalathia's spine, maybe? Let's head to OK Zundo. I genuinely forgot where I was supposed to be. Alright. So was the last thing we did fight a whale? Was that English? No, seriously, tell me where question mark is. Oh, there it is. Oh, it was in Ishgard. But where? It's on the map, so I guess it's probably over in that house? Oh no, it's down there. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV because it's Final Fantasy XIV Friday. We're a lot farther than I thought. Like, there's not a lot of Heavensward left. We're on, like, the last patch. Like, we've got like 1 or 2 quests, and then we're on the last patch, but then we'll be there. And we can start Stormblood, and then I'll start seeing things maybe I've never seen before. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think he's not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Az's Law. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Hello, kitty. You want to say hi to everybody? Good job. Don't headbutt the mic. Meow. Hey, Firmalbert. How you doing? Good? Aha, you are returned. Sir Amaric and the others are waiting you within. Yeah. Can't stand on your desk.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans, and we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
Mm-hmm.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
What's an Archon? Is that just a person who knows some stuff about a thing? I mean, going at like 2 hours a week, it's hard to keep up with a lot of this. Welcome back, Old. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? Things happened. So you finally arrived at Oz's Law, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Old. We'll get to Oz's Law yet. Brr, brr, brr. So what'd you find? When you fled the Victory Feast, you used an ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarapin to have the tunnel search. Logical place to look. It was there where you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Y'shtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't know exactly. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once, Tataru. Let Urianger know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Zoop. That would be here. We're getting there. Oh, right back to where I started. The Hall of Flames, the place where the flames be at. I understand now. I don't know, I just kind of assumed it was some kind of royal room. Pippin. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Tarapin. Man, my reading is off today. You saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. He stole his wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. "'Tis as I did surmise, judging by the aetheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, I hath assuredly been employed. It hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, The very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream, flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of a corporeal form into its constituent aether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean. Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was involved, we may yet find her. To the Silda Exchange excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. I was actually doing better with Urianje's lines than anything else. So maybe I'm not having difficulty reading today. My brain's just set to cursive. I did have some trouble waking up this morning. Hey, these are Easter eggs. All little Easter posters. It's a holiday. We've seen quite a few of them. How long have I been playing this game? Maybe about a year? I remember very early on seeing fireworks in Gridania. I'm wondering if I first started playing around the 4th of July? Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. I am Batman. I do love the goggles. How many goggles do you have? The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the Twelveswood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Y'shtola journeyed. And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. linger over long in the midst of the maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul should surely be scattered, never to be reformed. We have no time to waste, Urianger. Pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Old Tataru, we three shall press on to the Gridania and petition the Elder Seed Seer's aid. Okay. Bloop. It's interesting that my name would stick in front of my face, but not in front of my hand. Morale boost services. Yeah, I can see that. What am I doing? I can take the Aethernet. I was confused by all the morale boosting. It is said that the elementals perceive the light stream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its mist, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Pajal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak to Khan Senna without delay. I've already requested audience with the Elder Seed Seer. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently, but we need but speak with the Conjurer yonder to be admitted. All right. Hello, yonder Conjurer. The Elder Seed Seer awaits. Pray, follow me. You're welcome, my friends, and speak freely. The gatherer suit will admit no delay. I will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. But as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided, however.
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
Organs?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
That is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Does he still have like a real sister? I feel like she's got an adoptive mother. Flamen? No, that was Minfilia. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Imitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of St. Koinak. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apkolu Falls, from what I recall. Let's go look there. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. It's not far from here at all. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Gridania's so pretty. Especially with all these Easter eggs. This is definitely my favorite of the starting cities. Hello. Your sister's dead. The Easter eggs really set the mood for this news. Yes, is there something you require? Lady Imitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphino Levier, and this is Taru. I'm old. Hello, old man Sugarheart. Hello, B Spark. B Park. How are you doing? So you are my sister's comrades and the scions of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Y'shtola, but mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things, that she should be so reckless. That's how she said Y'shtola instead of Y'shtola. I don't know much about Final Fantasy lore, but I know if you're a cat girl in the family, you cut off like the first letter, like the one before the apostrophe. So like Y'shtola, we call Imitra just Mitra, and vice versa. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for the Evershade at once. Have I been? You're doing good? I'm doing good too. I've been coming back from vacation, getting used to life again. It's difficult. I keep wanting to stay up way too late. Almost overslept again, like I did last week.
let us begin. Raya-O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now!
Cat's stuck in the tree. That's a cat.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Thanks, kids. This naked cat girl will surely boost my engagement numbers. Oh, Y'shtola. Just seeing her face again is... I've been so worried. Y'shtola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leather Workers Guild and another with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Jiva and then Brother Isumi Yan, and they ought to take care of you. Okay. Where's the nearest Aetheryte? I guess it's you. You doing the same quest as me? You look so much better dressed. What is it? I'm a busy woman, so be quick about it. You wish to place an order, speak with Randall. You're to retrieve an order. For Mistress Totaro, you say? You come at a good time. I finished but moments ago. It was no small coup to working it to her specifications, but I did nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by Chimerical Hide anyway? However, did that girl come by Chimerical Hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse. It seems to me she had neither. John Bacon. Kabokulaars. I can't tell if these are people who are following me, or strangers who just need the Leatherworking Guild. Do people go to the Leatherworking Guild often? I mean, it sounds like one of the jobs that somebody could do. Maybe at the higher levels you can build some really freaky leather clothes. I've not spent much time there myself. Alright, down the tube. Every now and then a viewer will pop in, and you kind of like get the feeling like they're staring at you. You are come to Stilgrade Fane, the home of the Conjurers Guild. How may I assist you? Yes, Mistress Totaru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but is the most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Neat. Maybe you got hit level 60, Mr. Sumi. Where am I going? Back. I keep seeing like a new set of people, or are they the same people? Just practicing different outfits. Lots of fashionable people by the plaza today. It's pretty. It actually looks like a nice spring day. You're back. You have the items, I hope. Ooh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Jiva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Old. I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Huh?
You stole her! I'm so glad you're back!
Nice pajamas.
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12.
Did her eyes change?
Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
There, I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
Alright, what's the new cat girl glam? Not bad.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
Tataru, you seem to have missed the crotch part of the skirt. Not that I'm complaining.
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
I do love Matoya. I spent a lot of time playing Final Fantasy 1 in my youth, and Matoya had the best soundtrack. Not soundtrack, best track in the soundtrack. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of aetheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful, but God forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is to the Dravanian hinterlands that we must go? To the place of my birth? Alice and I were born in Sharlayan. Those days were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and then I have not returned since. Oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan. And it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us largely through unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Okay. What am I doing? There was something I meant to do. I know. Drink orange juice. Hello. Sharlayan is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. Party shall be comprised of old Y'shtola and myself. Tadaru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for Tailfeather. It's the old hunting camp, isn't it? There it is. Yeah, arm goes in front of my name, but it hangs out in front of my face. A long soak in the life stream followed by a long journey. Would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. She gets on got nothing for a rogue, do you? I guess I'll grab the materia. I believe I'm sufficiently rested. Let us go west to Sharlayan. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nath territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons both. Where is the actual... Oh, way over there. Where's the nearest chocobo? The summoning stone over there? Yeah. Oh. I forgot what flight was like in Korthus. Although, am I not really in Korthus? Is Korthus like the county? But I'm excited. Matoya brings back so much nostalgia for me. And like, as a wonderful twist of fate, not only do I remember like Matoya fondly from like playing Final Fantasy 1 like 1,000 years ago, but in this game, she looks exactly like my mother. Alright. It seems like I go through this way. Is this an actual road? Sometimes I see my parents in video games, and it's a little strange. Like, this is the first game that I've ever seen my mother in. But my dad gets around. He looks a lot like Old Man Jeffries in Luma Island. But there was a way to dress up Trevor in Grand Theft Auto 5 to make him look exactly like my dad. And Trevor's nothing if not like a perfect father figure, you know?
To the Thaliac River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
Matoya dwells on the far side of the Thaliac River. Let us search for a crossing. Oof. Let's search for an Aether to attune to. Is that Idleshire? Or is that Idleshire? Way over on the horizon. Where exactly am I going? Idleshire, it seems. What a coincidence. Whee! Sorry, I'm admiring this area. If there were more trees, it would remind me a lot of my home. At one point, they upgraded the graphics in Final Fantasy XIV. I want to say last year sometime. Like before we started playing, so like our entire playthrough has been with the upgraded graphics. But like, for the most part, you didn't feel any different. But I do feel like this area is a little prettier than it used to be. Hey, a summoning stone. Nice. That can take us all the way back to or Tailfeather. You guys quitting here? It's okay, I'll go on ahead. Is this the way? Oh, am I riding a fat chicken? Yeah! It's my big fat chocobo. I can't remember exactly how I came to own a fat chocobo. But because I bought the collector's edition, like, when the game came out, I have, like, all the weird, like, things they mailed to you for, like, events and, like, server maintenance problems and things like that over the past, what has it been, 20 years? How old is this game? In any case, the Fat Chocobo was part of that collection. And honestly, it's my favorite mount. It's been really popular in the playthrough, too. In any case, how are you, Claudia? Knowledge seeks no man. So saith the motto of the Sharlayan engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas of Eorzea in search for knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered. And so much so that it came to be counted amongst Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers. He is on cusp of new age of glory. Goblins, here to plunder the city. Oh, Uplander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. These places are home. Your home? When I looked, it was mine and Alphina's. We were born here. When Uplanders abandoned city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here or no Uplanders are trespassers. Up on up, kitty. There you go. My friends, please, we did not come here to dispute your claim on this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you. Let us speak like civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. If that is the truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement. Years ago, damn, was electricity even discovered back then? I mean, it was still pretty new. Alexander Graham Bell discovered the phone just in time to discover the first MMORPG. When he invented Final Fantasy XIV, it didn't come off very well. Like, it was all garbly, transported over copper wire like to another room. It was really hard to call it an MMO at the time. Here is the heart of settlement. Name of Idleshire. Idleshire? What have we got here? Guess? Greetings to you. I am Alphino Levier, and I may introduce my companions. Old Sugarheart and Ishtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend, yet seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapsed, you went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew, right? That's the short of it. This place, Idleshire, I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice to say, I'm surprised to see it so alive. With all them precious artifacts lying about, 'twas only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his gobby friends were already settled. At first, gobbies and hunters disliked each other. But understanding came, then friendship. Now gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build great new nation. So that was what happened after Charlene's departed. Ah, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope? All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them? Felt like a waste, you know? We've been trying to put the place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part, but ain't no smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps you people left lying about are a bloody nuisance. And there's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. Slowfix has right idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understanding is to help one another. Help citizens of Idleshire, and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross the river. Well, I'm not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let's assist Slowfix and his people. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. She's got some impressive abs there. What was her name? Oh, hey, Knives. We're gonna be a ninja for the next expansion, which is fairly soon. So Uplanders agree to help. Good. Here is what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl Idleshire, get in the way of expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Sharlayan, yes? Sharlayans should know best way to deal with creatures. Do you know the best way to deal with creatures? So we are to eliminate golems. That should be simple enough. The automata were employed as sentinels and by design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of Exodus, it was knots and crosses. I see no reason why it should not still work. Let's divide the task between the three of us. The quicker to be finished with it. Oof. In chat mode, use your keyboard or software keyboard to enter the command knots and crosses to unmake the golem. Man, I bet that's frustrating on console. Thank God they added a tutorial for the say command in the middle of the quest here. Imagine getting to level 63 without figuring that out. Knots and crosses. The shudder, the golem crumbles to pieces. Got him. Oh, the next one is over this way. Also, in case you're unfamiliar, Chloe here does the Wondrous Tales things. Which is fun. It's like dungeon bingo. It's one of my favorite features in this game, actually. Rumble, rumble. With the shudder, the golem crumbles to pieces. Midnight Dew, that was her name. Sorry, I want to get a good look at you. I like the poofy pants. I like the drip in general. Apparently you've got a blue shell from Mario Kart painted white on your shoulder. But I dig the drip. Golems no more. Wonderful. Now we can resume work to expand settlement. Give me the knives. Nothing for me. Although I feel like I might be a machinist at one point. I can't remember. I always remember like what my next class is gonna be. But like we're gonna go through as like tank, healer, close range, melee DPS, range, physical DPS, and then magical DPS, right? I think that's all of the roles. Oh. Uplanders help Gobbyflock and earn right to be citizens of Idleshire. But Slowfix must ask another favor. Another favor, you say? Short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins. Show no mercy even towards Goblinkin. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please bring find friend before Illuminati do. I'm suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let us make haste and find Slowfix's friend. This way. Oh wait, I can ride my chocobo. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. This is not the way. Oh wait, before I go, was there an aetheryte in here? Yeah. Be a shame if I left without attuning to it. How much time do I got left? I've got a decent amount of time. Let's see, I've been waiting to get to Idleshire before I continued the Astrologian quest line. And so now that we've attuned to the Aetheryte here, after this quest, we could go ahead and do that. I think. Alright, where are we going? Way down here. Hustle, hustle, hustle. So I don't know what happened here, but I believe World of Warcraft came out before Final Fantasy XIV. I might be crazy, but like I feel like the exploding magical bubble and destroyed civilization thing has been done. I want to say this was Dalaran in World of Warcraft. Substantially before, yeah. Man, with as old as Final Fantasy XIV was, like, World of Warcraft being older, that can definitely make me feel old. I do remember playing World of Warcraft for the first time. I didn't get into it until like the Burning Crusade, which to me felt like the best time to get into it. Goodly Uplander. No time for eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Does Uplander have lusty eyes for junk of Brayflox? Uplander must not be touching junk of Brayflox. Brayflox is finding junk first. Come on, let me touch your junk. I knew that. I knew I recognized that voice. Greetings, Brayflox. It's been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work. Captain Waistcott gave me to understand you are marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati-held territory. Is it wise to be here? Pshaw. Brayflox eat Illuminati for sun-upses. Who eats who for sun-upses? Wah! Brayflox all talks. Unwise you are to come here after dirty talking, taking secret knowings of cheese make from Illuminati. Brayflox did no unright. Cheese recipe is Gobby birthright. Save tongue flaps for trading in Death Pit. Oh, dang. I do really enjoy the goblins in this game. Pray to Godfathers, for punishment is near times. It appears we have no choice. Can I hit everybody with this? Yeah. Are they hitting me for 0 damage? Oh, there we go. Tremble before might of Illuminati. Whence came all these bombs? Do I need to worry about those? Oh, God. There we go. I've been interrupted. Trying to keep my friends alive here. Bubble. Or does that not heal them?
Ether, to me. Have at you.
Everyone's almost dead. I say almost dead. Everyone's fine, I'm sure. But man, they got worked. Okay, and the carbuncle can take care of itself, can it? Whew. Also, I didn't say hi, Duncan. How are you doing? Illuminati, no match for furious godfist of Brayflox. More junk is awaiting Brayflox muchly. Brayflox is leaving Uplanders. Okay. Being embroiled in a cheese war was the last thing I expected coming to Charlian. At any rate, we've fulfilled Slowfix's request. Let's return with good tidings and be on our way. Good would have been here last week, but the office internet was out. That's a bummer. You missed us fighting a whale. Where's Idleshire? There it is. The whale went super easily. It seems everybody knew what to do except me. Uplanders are back. Did Uplanders find Slovix? I thought we were looking for your friend. Time has not cured the recklessness of Brayflox. Without help from Uplanders, Brayflox would now be dead, Gobby. Slovix owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slovix and Brayflox are joined by unseverable Gobby bond. If Slovix had known Uplanders are friends to Brayflox, Slovix would have welcomed Uplanders to Gobbyflock at first meeting. Yeah. I've learned Malefic 3. Let's do some job quests. Now that we've unlocked Idleshire. Oh hey, and I can get the Welkin attire. Neat. I am quite aware that the mere notion of accompanying Laviva to the answering quarter is bordering on absurd, but I cannot in good faith abandon our friend in her time of need. Not after all we've been through. I am joyed to see that you have come to the same conclusion as well. You two are foolish, but I would not trade friends such as you for all the gold in the Aurum Vale. There's gold there? But there is no gold in... my lady, might I ask you to entertain a second option? You said your father's diary contained a document which implicates Sylvester in Rufin's murder. What if, and I fully understand the enormity of this, but what if Sylvester is yet to lay eyes on the document? Suppose he only took the diary to provoke you. If we could somehow retrieve it before you're boarded it, if you boarded his airship, then we would have a bargaining chip of our own. But this man is the leader of the Bibliothecs. Their sole purpose in life is hoarding of knowledge. Of course he read the diary. Knowing Sylvester, the document would have been set to flame the moment he discovered it. Unless we told him that there was another document, one that I removed from the document to have examined, one that was not in the diary when he stole it. Of course, there is no such page. It would be easy enough to draft something up from memory from what I saw. Something that would appear official from a distance. It might just work. Though, there's always a chance that he may simply attempt to take the document by force. If that were to happen, we would be fortunate to escape with our lives. Sylvester's a formidable astrologian. Some say he even possesses the power to stop time. But I thought those were only... No, we mustn't think that. There is little time left before the scheduled meeting in the answering quarter. Lady Laviva's plan is all we have. We are to save both her and her family. We must act and trust that the stars will guide us to victory. Hawkeye. More orange juice, please. In Charlian's answering quarter. Alright. Now, I assume that's over here in Idleshire, right? Where are you? You're on the other side of the bridge. I can't do it. Can I? I can't do it. Okay. I have to abandon this quest. My bad. We've still got more progress to do over here. Aurum Regis Ori, but does it look cool? It does look cool. I like it. Very gold, very silver. Uplanders have upheld bargains most highly. As promised, Slowfix makes Uplanders honored citizens of Idleshire. Feel free to cross river at will. Though Uplanders must leave for now, Slowfix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build great new nation. You are most kind, my friend. You may be certain that we will return. I must confess, first it upsets me to learn my home has been occupied by others, but now I see it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Sharlayan thrive once more, to become home to people of all races and creeds. Slowfix has already ordered the Gobwatch to let Uplanders through. Safe travels. Alphanote, old, shall we? Yeah. Alright, Gobwatch, let me through. By orders of Chief Slowfix, Uplanders can come and go at will. One moment, we're clearing away a barricade. Finally, we can continue our journey. Hope I got a good screenshot of that. Barring any misadventure, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Idleshire, let us strike out at once. I am ready whenever you are. Let us go meet the legendary Matoya. Yeah, let's do that. Ahead lies the answering quarter, where the scholars of Sharlayan gathered to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, it is plain that much of it has been given back to the wilderness. What do we do? Do we meet Matoya first? Let's do that, just in case. The cave in which Matoya resides is situated on the southern edge of the hinterlands. In choosing the spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You'll not find it unless you know how to look for it. We shall follow the road south until we reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall ford the stream it spans, thence head straight until we arrive at the base of the bluff. I got a new weapon. All right. we'll keep going until we get to Matoya's cave. Just in case there's any more like weird roadblocks that'll stand in the way of our job quest. But yeah, I remember the job quest ending on like quite the cliffhanger. I really wanted to continue it. Then when I was making the YouTube videos, I saw that it required me to be able to come here, and I was like, oh man. That's the problem with like leveling up way faster than like the game. Because we are playing on like the Dynamis data center, which has bonus EXP growth because it's so small. Like, it's been good, like, for like grinding up levels with new jobs whenever I reach a new expansion. But when it comes to like the job story versus the main story, like when I'm doing job story quests, it always takes I'm always way ahead of where I am in the main story, you know? Alright. Give these guys a little space. St. Moiklan's Arboretum. I don't think I've ever been in there. It's not, I don't think that's a main story dungeon. There's so many dungeons that you can go through the entire game without seeing it all. Alright, I think I want to be down there. Ah, my legs. Now we just follow through here. Borogos, frog wizards. Ow. You think both versions of that place are optional? Neat. Alright, are you guys following me? No, good. There we go. I couldn't see the fence. It's dark here. Is the entrance. You seem unconvinced, old. Well, that will only add to the surprise. Word of warning before we proceed. The stubborn geniuses make poor hosts. And time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not that there will be sentinels and traps both to deter unwanted guests. But we will not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch the wall yonder. You will want to have a weapon near at hand. This wall? Patty cake, baker's man. All the damage. Like that, pierogies. I could really go for some pierogies. It's been a long time. It's hard to find Polish people in my bayou. We good? Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of light. The way should now be clear. Come, let us go see my master.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Yep.
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me?
Tell me or I'll talk more about your mother's teats.
Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it?
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Alagons set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We're here. And Matoya looks exactly like my mother, just as I remembered. Doesn't gaslight quite as much, though. Hey, you got broomsticks? Do they talk backwards? Eri is on Ginlofin. Swish, swish, aru. Nothing to see here. Yeah, I get it. I love it. And what do you say? Sorry, I live to sweep. Swish, swisharoo, sweep with me or die. Can you do any less? None shall bite the dust. Swish, swisharoo, out of my way, adventurer. This is no place for adventuring. I love these brooms.
Me too.
Oh, good morning, buddy. How are you doing?
Good.
Are you ready for your adventures today? You're going on a field trip.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
Alright, hang on. We want to go back and do our job quest. Now that the way's open, I think we've got enough time to get at least one done. Alright. I am quite aware of the mere notion of accompanying Laviva to the answering quarter as bordering on absurd, but I cannot in good faith abandon our good friend in her time of need, not after all we've been through. I am joyed to see you've come to the same conclusion as well. You two are foolish, but I would not trade friends such as you for all the gold in Orem Vale. But there's no gold... Lady, might I ask you to entertain a second option? You said that your father's diary contained a document which implicates Sylvester in Rufin's murder. What if, and I fully understand the enormity of this, but what if Sylvester still is yet to lay eyes on the document? Suppose he only took the diary to provoke you. If we could somehow retrieve it before you boarded his airship, then we would have a bargaining chip of our own. But this man is the leader of the Biblioethics. Their sole purpose in life is the hoarding of knowledge. Of course he read the diary. And knowing Sylvester, the document would have been set aflame the moment he discovered it. Unless we told him that there was another document, one that I removed from the diary to have examined, one that was not in the diary he stole. Of course there is no such page, but it would be easy enough to draft up something from memory of what I saw. Something that appeared official from a distance. It just might work. Though there is always a chance that he may simply attempt to take the document by force. If that were to happen, we would be fortunate to escape with our lives. Sylvester is a formidable astrologian. Some say he even possesses the power to stop time. But I thought those were... no, we mustn't think that. There's little time left before the scheduled meeting in the answering quarter. Lady Laviva's plan is all we have. If we are to save both her and her family, we must act and trust that the stars will guide us to victory. Hawkeye. And I realize this is the second time I'm reading this. But like, I upload each individual quest as a YouTube video. And when we couldn't finish it before, that means it won't be part of this YouTube video. Alright. On to the answering quarter. Because when we last picked up the quest, this area was blocked off and we had to continue the main story a little bit. Alright, the answering quarter, and there it is. Neat. Level 64. Ha. This is a weird place to meet. Nigh on 15 summers have come and gone since I set foot on the paths of contemplation, yet this place appears as if it hasn't been inhabited for centuries. Nature is the greatest of levelers, Jana Juanard. She provides us with what we need, but when we are done with it, she is quick to take back what is and has always been rightfully hers. There's still time before Sylvester's to arrive. I would like to take a walk and see where my father lived. Just knowing that I tread the same grounds as he may grant my mind peace. Well then, might I suggest a rooftop garden directly to the south here? Your father and I would spend many a night up there, gazing at the stars and prattling on about our dreams into the small hours. It is where he first told me of your mother, your birth mother, not the aunt who cared for you after Lady Bird died in labor, and the child she was carrying. Lady Bird? From King of the Hill? Like it's Lady Bird or Lady Beard? Neither of those sound particularly flattering. Honestly, it just flat out amazes me like how many names they come up with in this game. Like, it's hard enough to name your own character. Imagine naming like several thousand NPCs. I wonder if my father knew that one day I would be here, standing under the same sky he did. Did he know that he would have a daughter who was as stubborn as he? A daughter who would put her life and the lives of those she loved in danger because of an unfulfilled dream? I think he did, and I think were he here now, he would be proud. Proud that I at least tried. Proud that he did not let fate control me. But I rather walked hand in hand with that fate down the path my father left, not only for me, but for all those who would carry in their hearts the same dream. I believe he would be as well, Lady Laviva, though I did not fully realize it until recently. These past moons, it has been Rufin, as if Rufin was here by my side once again. The passion, the stubbornness, the talent. I do not think he would stand idly by as Sylvester had his way, and so I believe neither should we. Thank you, Jean. I know I have been hard on you, but it is only because you were an incompetent astrologian with an aversion to training, not because you were anything but a good man and a good friend. Now let us see what the stars have in mind for us today. Day. There's only one star out right now.
The sun.
That's right. Sylvester's not a man to be late. He'll be here. Well, how long has my VTuber avatar been asleep?
Don't know.
There we go. It's detecting your face, or the cat's face as well, and so it's getting confused.
Yeah, I'm stung.
He just opened his mouth when you opened your mouth. Might be tracing your face.
Yay.
Ever so predictable, Laviva. I'm sorry to inform you that there's been a change of plans. There will be no return to your homeland, no tear-filled reunion with your grandfather, no trial, only a sentence, and that sentence shall be carried out here by mine hand. You see, after reading your father's diary, it became clear you and your wretched friends know too much. You would not believe how long I have been searching for that document, the last one that connected me to your father's unfortunate accident. I tracked down all and had all others destroyed, but this one has eluded me for almost 2 decades. The last? John, old it appears we have left with but a single path. There was only ever one, milady, and we shall see it to its end. Time to do a murder. Oh, these guys are weak. I can just keep the gravity up. Come on, stay alive. Forbidden magics. I feel like my cast time is really fast with this now. Is that like what Malefic 3 does? Ah, there we go. It slowed down. What did I do? Wait, if you wish to see your grandfather live, you will not kill me. That was never our intention, Sylvester. It was actually kind of mine. No, I only wish to ask a few simple favors, the first being to return my father's diary. And you will send word back to the old world to have my grandfather released immediately. And finally, you will return to Charlian to report to the Forum that I have disappeared and presumed deceased. Fail to do these things, I shall tell the Forum all I know about your involvement in my father's death, and I doubt they will be as generous with their mercy as I. And what? You shall remain here and continue to spread our knowledge across this worm-eaten realm like it was sweet cream butter? You know not what you do. The barbarians of this realm have shown that they can only use this knowledge to destroy each other. They corrupt it, they lessen it, and then they forget it. They never once have shown that they are worthy of the knowledge they so defile. And yet, you would still give it to them. Very well, I shall do as you ask. But know that the Forum is ever listening, ever watching. Should you continue your escapades here in Ishgard, they will find out. And they will send others until they have succeeded where I have failed. And you'd best make certain that they do not. You are a powerful man who also happens to be a master of lies and deceit. I pray the task should not prove too difficult, and if it does, well then, I can always show them what manner of man you truly are. I do not think there will be any need for that. Sylvester, however wicked, is not a fool. He will not sacrifice what you spent the last 2 decades building over a girl he, even with his back against the cobbles, sees as an inferior. Especially if you have offered him a means of accomplishing it without causing him to lose face. His pride, of course, will ache, but it's not a little wine cannot cure. You're right, Jean Quinard. Something I never thought I would admit, at least out loud. Does this mean you'll remain in the sea and continue your teachings? Of course I will. There's a pending contract with House Durandare, my obligations to the Convictors and the Hunters of Tailfeather. Then, of course, there's a matter of your incomplete training. If memory serves, you still have only opened half of the Heaven's Gates.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah. There we go. Well, things did not go completely as planned, but we arrived at the fate intended for us nonetheless. Now, the question is, what do we do with the fate we've been granted? I believe this warrants another reading, but perhaps after we've had a bite to eat. Turn to Ishgard. Can do. Doop, 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 doop. Old, you're just in time to greet the Athenaeum's newest member. Oh, she got a haircut. May I present with you Lord Rufin? Why the surprise? Aha. But I believe I know the answer. Your senses are doubtless reeling from having witnessed poor Lady Laviva's tragic end in the hinterlands. Wink. Contrary to popular opinion, I was not murdered at all, but merely on a long and winding journey that has finally brought me back to Ishgard so that I may teach the secrets of Charlian astrology once more. I mean to show the people that fate is a path that need not be walked in darkness, that the stars can be used to light the way. And my first lesson? That those who oppose this celestial guidance shall find their foes burning on and on without end. Celestial opposition. This concludes the astrologian quest for Heavensward. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest, The Far Edge of Fate. As you've done so, the next astrologian quest will be available from Jean Quinard. And we may not actually see that one. We've learned Celestial Opposition. What does that actually do? Is that just like a flashy heal? Oh! That's a good spell. It's a... I wonder if that's an AoE. Are you an AoE? Yeah. An AoE regen. I've needed that for years. Alright, let's try on the Welkin attire. I mean, it'd be a shame not to, right? Is this all I get? Just the robe? Insufficient armor space. Okay, what? I need to throw something out of my armory? I guess I don't need you anymore. There we go. Looking Welkin-ish. Honestly, the veil is a little bit much. Like, it's a good look. But I don't think this is the glamour I want to be running around in. Do like the hat, though. Can I dye these? I can. Ooh, that's kind of neat. Alright, what if I did red with a white underbelly? Not bad. And what does this look like? White and red? It's not a bad look. I don't know. I do like the glamour. But I'm a big fan of my current outfit too. Like, this is just a nice cozier vibe, right? And I've got like a coat suitable for the harsh Ishgardian winters. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time. I've got to get my kids to school. I'm about 10 minutes late on that. And so, have a great day. And when you get back, or when we get back, I'll continue Matoya's nonsense. I'll teleport to Idleshire. Well, you know what? I won't do any such thing, because I'll probably go to the Golden Saucer and gamble. But have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next Friday for more Final Fantasy. But if you want to see a different game, this Saturday night I'm going to be beating Locomoto, or I'm really going to try to. Alright, bye-bye, everybody.